Welcome back. It's been a little while. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of the Unapologetic Entrepreneur. That's right. Today we have something going on. I'm just getting in the mood with this music right here. All right. Gotta shut that off. I don't own the rights to this music. So let me start off by saying what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk today about haters. I know you saw the flyer. I know you saw it. We're going to talk about H.A.T.E.R.S, right? And I have a guest with me today. But I got a message for you before I get into the topic. Okay? Let me get this off my chest real quick. See, success changes people, but not always the person succeeding. Sometimes success changes the people watching. And believe me, people are watching. See, everybody loves the dream in the beginning. They love the idea. They love the motivation. They love the struggle story. It's all about the underdog. But the moment the dream starts to become real, everything changes. The energy changes, the conversations change, the support changes, and suddenly people who once clapped for you start watching you differently. Some become distant, some become competitive, some become silent, and some just become haters. Not because you hurt them, not because you change in any negative way, but because you have become a mirror that makes insecure people uncomfortable. And tonight, we're going to be having a conversation with entrepreneurs to avoid the jealousy, the betrayal, the fake support, the pressure of visibility, and what happens when the hate comes from the people closest to you. That's right, you heard it. And I got somebody here today on the platform that's going to help me with that. See, he just understands what pressure, leadership, and elevation is all about. I like to call him the Haitian sensation. I have Mr. Ezra Javille here, but before we begin, play my track music right here. One sec, we'll be right back. What's going on, Ezra? How you feeling?
I'm doing phenomenal. What's going on, Lee? How's
Phenomenal.
everything?
Oh, everything is great. Let's check out the chat, see who's here. We
Yes,
got
sir.
Francine. How you doing? We got Miss Heather. All right. Thanks for your support. We got Elimnish. We got Miss Christine Williams. We got our friend over here, Moises Cubano. We got August. And we got the one and only coach, and they just keep coming in. Whoop, there it is. Happy Friday. Welcome
Happy
back. Welcome
Friday.
back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to break it open today because Ezra, I have the
Yes,
pleasure
sir.
of hearing you speak the other day, and you had this wonderful topic on haters, and it just planted a seed in this brain of mine. And I was like, wow, he's hitting something today. He's hitting some nerves. And man, I love this so much that I said, I got to have you on the show. But before we even get into it, I don't want to just dive into the deep end. I know you. We got some people that are probably here that know you. People on your social media are probably going to chime in, when you share this. But the people they share it to, I want them to know you. So let me ask you a warm up question. I got some warm up questions. You ready for questions today, Mr. Ezra?
Hey, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. He said he's ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Who is Ezra Dravel beyond entrepreneurship? Who are you? Like, are you just that's all you do is work? Come on, tell us something about you. Let us get to know the core of the man.
Secretly, I'm Batman. Nah, I'm just playing. But I'm just a cool dude in South Florida that's working hard to be a great husband, great father. I love to chill with my kids, love to chill with my wife. We like to go out and eat, and try foods and drinks and stuff like that. Outside of entrepreneurship, I have a love for youth. My passion, my background is in the youth. So I sometimes, once a month or twice a month, I'll go speak to a group of kids. Because that's just my passion, and that's actually what brought me into the industry because I wanted to know more about finance, know more about how we can sustain the next generation. How can we provide the resources for them? So that's a little bit about who I am, and I'm a man of God. I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. And I got love for my haters. But we gotta talk about it. We gotta
We got
talk
to
about
talk about them. We got to let them know we're watching too. I want you to notice that I notice you noticing me. We got to give them one of those lines. I want you to notice. I notice you noticing me. But you went on and you actually went to my second question, which is crazy because I heard a lot of your past. I'm curious, what got you into entrepreneurship? Because this is not a easy thing. Entrepreneurship is not made. It's made for the bold.
It's made for the bold, and I always just had a passion for business. In high school, I used to sell chips and juice to my classmates. So if you are a classmate of mine, you remember me supplying, chips and juice when you were hungry. Because sometimes it took lunch was like either too early or too late. So I had to make sure I took care of them. But I always had a passion for supplying a need, right? When it comes to business, I love business shows. I love Shark Tank. I love the business show. The Apprentice. That was one of
Hey,
my
hey,
favorite.
we don't get paid for those names dropping.
Oh, let's hear. I
I'm
love
just,
business shows. I just love them. I
I'm
love them.
just joking.
Yeah.
There's no sponsorship. I check my bank account. But anyway,
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That
we
bad
got
business
people
didn't
calling.
pay
We,
us.
we got an AKA name for you, Mr. Stay Mad and Get. I mean, Mr. Stay Mad and Get Bad. Ooh,
AKA
I'm
give.
doing this
Hey,
on
there you go.
We
Yes,
got to keep
sir.
watching these screens. People just popping up here, throwing out questions. I love it. I love it. Or throwing out comments. But so you were always into entrepreneurship. You were that guy that was selling the quarter juices, huh? I see it. You bring it into
Yeah.
the school. You were the vending machine before they had vending machines.
Exact. There you go. I was.
So let me ask you this: what struggle do people overlook when they look at success today? Because I feel like we live in a microwave society where people just want it done.
That's a great question. The struggle that people overlook when they look at success today is that you have to do it again.
Mm,
Success is not a one-time thing. Success is an everyday thing. It's a
mm.
consistent thing. It's a disciplined thing. You could be successful 1 month, and if you're not on your toes, you'll be right at the bottom again. So we overlook thinking that we made it to the mountaintop, but not realizing there's another mountain that we have to climb. We have to keep going. You can never stop.
Mm. Before I get to the next question, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little QR code here. This is gonna be you realize I'm just warming up, right? You feel
Oh
inside
yeah, yeah.
what's
Listen,
coming.
yeah,
I
I'm
want
getting
everybody
comfortable
to
here.
know. I want everybody to know you are involved in the conversation. Feel free to ask a question. I will go to the comment section on my little platform over here, and you guys can pop up and interrupt me anytime. I have some questions though, because today we're covering haters. All right, we are covering haters, but I'm just warming up the tank for Mr. Ezra because he really felt a certain type of way about this hater situation. So I want him to talk about entrepreneurship, and we're going to lean into that. What has entrepreneurship changed the most about you personally? Because I digged into crazy. I asked a lot of people about you, Ezra, and I used to hear that you were like a doormat. You were like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no worries, always nice, nice, nice. I don't know. I've witnessed a little different story. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Entrepreneurship has helped me tremendously. I would say that I was very nice, very naive. You know,
Ooh.
very naive. And entrepreneurship has allowed me to look at the reality of people and situations. And to understand that just because you would do something one way doesn't mean someone else would do it that way as well. Entrepreneurship it has definitely made me hold people accountable instead of just assuming that they're going to do the right thing. Nah. So
True.
entrepreneurship has has
You said
definitely
accountable.
strengthened. Oh, you have to, man, because if you don't, you're going to be taken advantage of. You're going to be taken advantage of. So you have to make sure people know that I will hold you accountable. And if you don't, people will take that. If you give them an inch, they're gonna take that inch. They're gonna turn it into a mile. So you have to be direct. You have to be real. I mean, you can still be cordial and respectful, but you have to say what you have to say, and you have to do what you have to do, right? And it goes both ways. So you can't take advantage of people. You have to
So
do what you say you have to do.
what I'm hearing is you're that person that's, yeah, I said it. I said what I meant and I meant what I said. Is that like the twist you're putting on that right there?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Francine Reeves has a question for you. Do haters secretly create stronger leaders or destroy potential before it grows? Oh, she must be in her chat GPT today.
Yes, it can do both. It all depends on how you respond as that leader. Haters, and that goes into one of my points. Haters are God's little gifts. You know, when you could pray, oh God, help me. I want to do better. I want to be this. I want to be that. And the very thing that you need to help you get to that next level is a hater that God sent. Because the hater is going to keep you on your toes. It's going to make you want to take it to a next level. But if you look at that hater as, man, this person is right, this person has power and control and influence over me, whatever they say, if I'm defeated, if I'm a loser, I might as well quit. You just gave in to the hateration.
Hateration. Okay, you want Mary J out the crates
Yeah.
today. All right, there's your answer, Miss Reeves. We got another question here. What motivates you now beyond money?
Ooh, that's a good question because man, that's a good question. I want to say impact motivates me more because when you make an impact, the money has to come. It's just it will come. It's not even a question anymore. When you make an impact into someone's life with the services that I provide as an entrepreneur, with the opportunities that I provide as a business coach, when you create that impact, everything that I need will be supplied. When I focus on providing the services that's going to meet the needs of others. If I provide consistently enough impact in the people's lives, I will automatically have what I need. So it's like I don't even think about no money anymore. I just think about how, you know, Coach Mark Tirolia, he made a statement one day, and he said, "Man, I want to be the person that wakes up and not say, oh man, I gotta go to work today, or "Oh, I gotta take care of this, I gotta take care of that." I want to be the person that wakes up and says, who can I bless today? You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Who can I be of service like that to how who can I impact on their life today? That's what I want to do. That's what I want to focus on.
So it's on impact. Okay, okay, I see you. Now let's talk about something real,
Let's get it.
because the bigger your vision becomes, the more visible you become, right? And visibility attracts support, it attracts things like pressure, criticism, even envy, right? And if we're honest, a lot of entrepreneurs aren't aren't destroyed by the business. They're destroyed emotionally. See? So this is what gets me so much. Do you believe, and put this on the screen, do you believe haters are created more by your success or by your confidence?
That's a good question.
I saw you.
I
You
gotta
heard
pick
it, and then
between
you
the
had to read
two.
it, give it a gas face. Okay.
I gotta pick between the two. You know what? You know what? I think haters are. I I think it's your confidence. I want to say your confidence. When someone sees that you're confident, like let's say you're not there yet, right? You're not where you want to be yet, but you're confident you're gonna get there. And someone does not see the results. They don't see the seed under the ground getting its roots and getting ready to sprout out and bloom, right? But you've been putting in the work in, you see it. So it's you got to go, oh man, in 2 months, in 3 months, it's about to be on. It's about to, oh, I'm about to get this. I'm about to whatever goal I'm gonna get. They see the confidence. You're waking up, you're doing your thing, and but they don't see it. And what you all confident about? You got this, you have nothing. You confident for nothing. You don't have anything here, right? It's just like for them, some people cannot stand someone being confident about what they're doing. And they can't stand it. Why? Because it is an indictment on that person because they don't feel the same confidence in what they're doing. And that
Mm,
causes them to hate because
mm,
they internally, why can't I be as confident with what I'm doing like this person is? And they hate on you because they don't have what you have.
mm. That's wow. That's some powerful words, man. I knew I was gonna get you a little twisted there.
Yeah, that
I
was going.
knew it. Let's see. Oh, we got some comments out here. Let's see. I saw some comments come out. We had some fire from Cedric. We got Mr. Jamie Prickett said more words from the Y.
Hey.
We got the more you bless by default, the blessings become comes back in return.
Yeah.
Okay, they're getting the message. I think you're dropping some jewels, as they say, dropping some jewels. You ready for the next one, sir?
Let's get it.
All
Shout
right.
out, shout out to Jamie,
Coach,
man.
that was a great question too. That popped up before. Let's see
Yes.
what's going on here. Why do some people support you when you're struggling, but get uncomfortable once you start winning?
Ooh, it's it goes back to what I just said, right? Because even though you may be struggling, but you're fighting to get to where you're trying to go to your ultimate goal, and they see that confidence, and they can get jealous of the confidence that you have in your goals and the effort that you're putting towards your goals, that they're not doing the same thing. They're not able to see, well, how come I'm not as confident? How come I'm not putting as much effort? Like, man, this person is really going cram. Why am I not doing that? Man, you need to slow down because they want to they will feel intimidated and
Woo!
threatened that you would surpass them. So, and some people want to hold you back because they see that you're going crazy, and they try to tell you you need to slow down, you're doing too much, you need to relax, you got to take a break, you need to have a work life balance and stuff like that. But when you
Work-life
see
balance.
yeah, so it's just jealousy, man. It's just jealousy. And sometimes jealousy, one of my points that I talked about, jealousy disguises itself as concern. Some people say they're concerned, but
Wait,
they're
wait,
really
wait, wait,
jealous.
wait, wait. Bring that back. Come rewind. One more
Hey,
time for the people in the back.
sometimes jealousy, um, they discuss some jealousy can be disguised as concern.
Whew.
Yeah. Oh man, you need to get some sleep. You need to, you're doing too much. Oh, you're working 6 days a week. You're working 7 days a week, right? Oh man, like this is not that. It's not that serious, you know. But because once again, when you see something and you see an opportunity, you see the finish line, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get there. Because once you get there, you're there. So you cannot be concerned about other people's concern. Like I said, one in a conversation, you have individuals. If you saw that I was not, I was hanging out, we was all hanging out, and now you see that I'm not hanging out anymore because I'm busy, I'm working, I'm focused on my goals, right? Now if you came to me, man, Ezra, what's going on? I don't see you here. Well, and I told you, oh yeah, I'm in a master's program right now, I'm in a doctor's program right now. Those in the Oh man, hey man, congrats. Oh man, I didn't know. Man, do your thing. I know you got to study. I know it's a lot of paper research, reading, and all these things you got to do. Hey man, do your thing, right? They understand that. They understand that you're in a nursing program. They understand when you're in college. They understand when you got to go to boot camp and you join the military. They understand those things. But when it comes to your business, oh man, come on, man. Like you don't have time for us no more. You trying to No, 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 no. Like I look at what I'm doing as if I'm getting my doctor's degree right now. I'm locked in, right? So no, I can't hang out. No, I can't do this. No, I can't do that. But some people would look at that as concerning, like, man, you isolating yourself, man. What's going on, man? You're not right. So they look at it as concern, but no, I'm just focused and taking this very seriously, as if I was getting my master's degree, as if I was becoming a lawyer, as if I was becoming a doctor, right? Because society tells us who, what we should dedicate our life towards for, and it's only for a certain period of time, which those situations, they have no problem saying, hey, man, you go do your thing, man. But when it comes to something else that they don't understand, now they're concerned.
We got Mr. August Jacques. He said, should you dim your light to be accepted in order to succeed?
Ooh, no, never, 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 never. You should never dim your lights. You, once again, God created you for a certain purpose, a certain reason. And you never know who needs that light shined upon them if you dim your light. You never know who is going to benefit off the light that you shine. I get people that would tell me, I'm talking about people I don't even know, man, Ezra, I watch you, man. You motivate me. Man, you going for it. You doing your thing. I see you, man. You're showing me that I could be successful and a family man and a husband. I appreciate you. And I'm like, whoa, wow, thank you. I didn't know, you were watching like that. But hey, now so shining your light is important. It's not about you trying to be famous or look at me, look at me. No, you're not trying to do that. But in business, you understand awareness is important, right? So people can't do business with you if they don't know who you are. So you have to bring awareness to yourself. You have to bring awareness to your services, to what you do. Some people will look at that like, oh, you're trying to shine, you're trying to be on stage, you're trying to be fit. I'm just trying to bring awareness for my business, right? You don't get mad at McDonald's. You don't get mad at McDonald's for having a 20-foot sign that the whole world
With
can
a big
see.
M.
Yeah. They're on a big old bus, they're everywhere. You don't get mad at them, but you get mad at me because I'm trying to promote my business and my service.
Because you're out there, I'm gonna need you to sign.
I'm gonna need you to sign. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
You got a good one right here.
I'm gonna
Have
need you
you
to sign.
ever felt guilty for succeeding when people around you were still struggling? This is from Cherry. What do you got for her?
Yes, I used to feel guilty. I used to feel guilty because I want everyone around. I'm an elephant. Those that understand the colors
If
and the
you know,
animals.
you know.
Yeah, yeah. Look up this and you'll know. So I'm someone that I want everyone around me to succeed. I'm concerned about everyone around me. So that was my downfall. But now I understand I can't be concerned all the time. You just can't. So I say I used to feel guilty, but now I look at it like shining a light. Hey, if I'm successful, number one, that should give you hope that if you're around me, you can also be successful, right? If you're, the people that your circle, if you're
All about
around,
proximity.
yeah, exactly. Proximity is very important. If I'm around successful people, I'm gonna be the next successful person. You know what I'm saying? So you should never look at that person that's successful around you like, man, this person always. No, it's something about this person that why is instead of saying, man, this person is always successful, you should say, what is this person doing to always be successful? And what can I do? Have a conversation with that person, right? How does your schedule look? What do you focus on? What distractions do you not, do you keep away from you? What type of people do you stay away from? What books are you reading? So for me, if there's people that are not successful around me, number one, they either number one, I have to keep my standard the standard. Either you're gonna rise with me or you're gonna leave because you could bring me down. So, but I want to be an example, a beacon that hey, you can do it because I'm doing it, and if you stick with me, eventually it's gonna happen to you.
It's going to rub off. It's just a matter of
Yeah,
time. That's it.
just a matter of
We have
time.
somebody here from the insurance industry. Welcome to the Unapologetic Entrepreneur. I hope you're ready, Miss Christine Williams. It says, I'm new to this part of the insurance industry. I adjusted claims for years and now I'm an agent. But I know there's always going to be some adversity. What do you do during those times to stay motivated as an entrepreneur, Mr. Ezra?
This is a so Christine Williams. This is gonna be a funny answer because my teammate they kind of know what if I'm stressed out, I'll take a nap. I'm gonna take a
Oh,
nap, man.
Jesus.
I'm gonna take a nap. Because my brain, I feel when I wake up, I'm refreshed and I think clear. I think, man, when I wake in the mornings is when I think very clear. So I take a nap. Worship music. I pray. And it's just, and then I lean upon my mentors and coaches. This is what I'm going through. What would you do? And I listen, I heed to their advice. So when you're someone that's new like yourself, when you're new, you're new. So there's things that you don't know, right? And you want to be around individuals that know a lot. So that way you don't fall, you don't fall. Um, they can show you how to avoid pitfalls. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Taking a nap is powerful.
We got a lot of nappers. We got power nap is the best. It's not just for seniors. Yeah, that's August defending himself as a senior. Taking a nap is powerful, scary. Oh man, we got that. We got all these people here just talking about your nap. Look at that. I think that's the truest answer I've ever seen. It's like take a
Hey,
nap. So
take a
now I
nap, man.
know I see
Take a
you
break. Yeah.
grinding, and we're working on a policy or a plan, and we're talking to a client, and you start going, "Oh, I'm gonna go take a nap."
I'll be back in 15 minutes, and I'll come up with a bright idea.
Oh God. Have you ever experienced hate from people you actually helped? Oh my God. Let me get my water.
That question is for me.
You see, don't mind Ezra. He's a little confused. He's about he's trying to put stuff under the table right now.
Hey, yeah,
Have you ever received hate from people that you actually helped? I'm about to cry.
man, yes, I have. I have experienced hate from people I actually helped. It's not a good feeling, you know. It's very heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. You know, when you pour into people, whether through service or business partnership or whatever it may be, is very heartbreaking because, like me, I'm a helper. I want to see people succeed. So for me, it's like, man, why are you doing this? You know, this is unnecessary. So I have experienced that, and it's part of life. Hey, it's part of life. It happens. And it's now, will that make me, which goes into the lesson that I talked about earlier this week. Sometimes you have to be careful not to let those things make you bitter, right?
Does it make you bitter or better? I was just about
Yes,
to ask you that.
yes, let it make you better. What do I mean by that? Okay, why did this person do what they did? What can I do to avoid that in the future? How can I make sure that I am not susceptible to whatever hate, or, what I'm saying? Because sometimes those situations, when people see an opportunity to take advantage of you and they don't have self-control, they will. I mean, they will. So how do you avoid that? Or how do you minimize that? Because you don't want to become a bitter person now. You don't want nobody around you, right? Relationships, partnerships is always a risk. So it's not gonna make me not continue to partner or work with people.
I was
But
just gonna ask you, does that change the way you trust people? I was just gonna go into that. So go ahead, finish that.
yes, yes,
Like,
it just brings me more awareness, because sometimes I see things and I ignore it. Now I don't ignore it. You have to nip things in the bud as quickly as possible. If you notice something, sometimes you really have to trust your gut, or your discernment. And if I see something, I'm gonna say it. You may not like it. Ah, well, it's the truth. Deal with it. But I said it. So if it comes up again, just remember we have this conversation. So you have to make sure you cover yourself, because depending on what you're working on or what you're doing, the people around you, no fault of your own, can be your downfall. So you have to make sure you have the right people, the right team, the right teammates around you, because if you do not, and you got to look them in the eye and check them and hold them accountable, and make sure that you're upholding the same standard, because you don't want the person that's right next to you to be the downfall of what you're trying to build.
mm, mm. That's deep. Let me ask you a question. Right on that, right along where we're at right now. How do you continue helping people without becoming guarded? That's all better, bitter. How do you
Yeah,
do it? Because you got to go deep. Because I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I know some
yeah.
of our business partners make fun of me because I act to cry, but I want to know, like, how do you deal with that?
That's tough. So I focus on the my why. I focus on my why. I focus on what am I here to do, right? Every situation is not going to be perfect. I don't know that. I don't know what's about to happen. I'm just going to go into the situation in good faith, and I'm hoping the other person comes in good faith, but then just making sure that I cross all my T's, dot all my I's, so that way they know, hey, this person is not playing, right? But at the same time, like I said, it's never 100%. You're always going to have individuals or people that are not going to stay true to what they say they're gonna do, you just have to spot it as soon as possible. You have to spot it as soon as possible. One thing I heard, yeah, you have to spot it as soon as possible and deal with it as soon as possible before it infects and corrupts what you've built.
Mm, you got some powerful stuff today. You got some questions. These are some of my own, but I know they're coming in. So I see you getting a little sweaty. You need a power nap. Are you good?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. It's the light. It's the light. I'm good. I'm good.
See that's one of the hardest things in leadership, man, because that's where you are. Everybody you help won't always celebrate your elevation. You know,
Mm,
they just won't celebrate that elevation. It just is what it is now. Now let's go a little deeper, because outside hate is one thing, but internal hate hits different.
mm.
How do you handle having haters inside your team? People close to your vision, but secretly competing against you.
Let's talk about it. So buckle up your seatbelts.
Here's the question: if you
This
need to,
is
mm,
this. Listen, this require number one. It requires a lot of maturity,
mm,
right? Because you could, what people say now, you could crash out, right, and just go buck wild on someone, because you could really get to the point where that person really gets you emotionally, right? Um, or you could try to keep things professional, right? So you have to really examine yourself before you do anything, because you don't want to do anything rash or regret what you say or regret what you do, because we're humans. At the end of the day, we have emotions. So I might be calm, cool, collected right now, but if somebody close to me does something, like, I could go buck wild. You just never know. But you just want to try to take a step back and reflect. you know so, and before you do anything, try to figure out what's the best course of action to move forward. Because when you have a team, I don't care if it's a football team, a basketball team, when you have a team and you all are depending on each other to help each other be successful, right? There's an area of trust that you have with that individual, because you have a weakness. One of my favorite movies is 300.
mm.
And in 300, man, I'm tell you,
Yep.
when they did that formation, where you had the shield and you had your spear, and your shield protected the other man's internal organs. When your spear, and here I'm being protected by this person on this side. So I gotta trust that you're gonna keep your shield up to protect me, while I keep the shield up to protect the next person. Because if you get one chink out of that, everything falls. So how do you handle haters? You have to be honest with them. You have to be, hey, we said we were gonna do this. Why are what happened here? What's going on? Right? You have to be direct with that person and let them know, whoa, 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 whoa. We all said we were going to turn left. You turned right. Why did you do that? Because now you messed up the whole plan or whatnot. So we give you another chance to get it right, but you gotta work together as a team. If you want to go on your own, hey, but we're here. We have to work as a team. So you have to communicate with that individual and be clear, and make sure you get commitment. Because if you don't, now you have to have a different conversation of, are you part of this team or not?
Mm, mm. Now that's real leadership right there, because
Hmm.
sometimes that's the loudest hate, man. It doesn't come from strangers. It comes from people that are so close to the mission, they're part of it. It's the same people in the meetings, the same people in the organization, The ones that smile in your face is coming right from them, but silently they're here competing against you and not contributing. That's man, you're hitting
Yeah.
something different today. You're hitting nerves. Oh my God. And that can be really, really dangerous, my man. You ready? We got a few more. Let me see. Let me look
Hey,
at
let's
this.
go.
See if what we got something. Oh, we just got some commentary. I got some good ones today. So let's go
Let's
to it. I
bring it.
got some good ones. You ready? Here we go. Here's number 10 for you, man. What hurts more? Strangers doubting you or people close to you secretly rooting against you?
Oh, 100% people close to you secretly rooting against you. That is one of the, I mean, that's the biggest trust you can break. That's heartbreaking on all levels. On all levels.
That's
When
people giving you the scissors to cut them off.
Yes, yes. When people, and what I said in the lesson that I gave, I said there's something that's called success fatigue, where people get tired of watching you win, especially the people close to you, and when they're not winning, right? So they're secretly rooting against you, and it's unfortunate. Instead of just saying, "Hey, listen, what can I do to do better?" Right? Let's stay close so that way we can win together. But when someone has allowed jealousy, envy, or whatever you want to call it into their heart, it's really nothing you could do, because at that point in time, you have to let that person go. You have to distance yourself from that person, because you it could be deflating. It could be deflating. What Coach Mark talks about, momentum, that can destroy momentum in what you're trying to do, right? Especially if the individual is what we would say, being passive aggressive. That's the worst type of individual, is someone that's passive aggressive. They're saying one thing, it sounds like support, but they're doing something totally different that is not supporting at all. And you have to identify that quickly and uproot that.
Man, listen, I'm so glad this is being recorded. You guys are going to be
Yeah,
able to put it back because there's some good stuff. You're just dropping some gems.
yeah.
Ooh wee. Yeah, man, I got something else for you here. This is right up your alley, right? This question coming up is right up your alley. Is one of the things that I love, and you do it so well. You're so entertaining. Do you think social media creates more entrepreneurs or more jealous spectators?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Culture vote
Uh
first.
Man, yeah. See, this is tough. So I gotta pick between one or the other. I, mm, I'm gonna say jealous spectators. I gotta say it, jealous spectator, because when you have a business, and I told you, and this happened recently to me, and I know it happens to a lot of individuals. You will be posting, making content, sharing your business, sharing your services, um, you know, just bringing awareness, marketing, branding, and you don't get a lot of engagement. You don't get a lot of engagement. But you go to a party, you go somewhere, and someone said, "Oh, hey, man, I see you doing your thing. Oh man, I see you got your little business. Oh, you still doing that little business of yours or whatever."
Business.
And you like, you never comment, you never like, you never share, you never engage, but you know a lot about my business. So how am I supposed to interpret that?
Hmm.
It costs you nothing to like. It costs you nothing to share. It costs you nothing to comment, right? So it's a lot of jealous spectators, because what happens is people will wait for you to succeed to start saying something, or they'll wait for you to fail. Ah, man, I knew that wasn't gonna work. I knew that wasn't. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. Right. So they wait to see what's gonna happen instead of just rooting you on and supporting you. with the effort that you're making right now.
Mm, mm, mm. Oh, we got one from the crowd here. Man, you got people's attention today. Uh-oh. There's another one from Cherry. Do you believe social media is a good tool for growth or a test of mindset? Oh man, they just really laying it on thick. Like you got to pick A or B. I want to say both, but anyway.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta say both on this one. I gotta say both on this one. This is good. All right, all right, all right. If I had to choose one, I would say a test of mindset. A test of mindset. Because what I mean by that, if you can detach your feelings from the results of social media and just post and do the work and just be consistent and really look at what really engages people and you know do the work, it's going to test your mindset. It's going to test you on how you can be less emotional about what you're putting out there. Of course, you want to make sure you do it with integrity and it aligns with your brand, but it's a test of your mindset because I'm not because sometimes you could be working on uh can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. You came in and out. You're good.
Okay, you could be working on content. I said it took you an hour, 2 hours to make. Man, this is good. And then you post it. You don't get no likes. You get nothing. That's a test of your mindset. You spent all this time creating this post and you got little to no engagement. Okay, will you show up tomorrow to continue to post, to make content and promote your business? So I say it's a test of mindset.
All right, all right. I like that you make yourself pick one. I like that. That
Yeah.
makes it more intriguing. It's gonna make it. It makes it strong. We got two more for you. We got this one.
We got more.
Yeah, yeah. I got two more. I got this one, the next one. Then you got one more, and you still got 14 minutes. So don't worry, people are waiting to get you. Here we
Let's get
go. Big Easy is sweating, boy. Let's. I
get
hope
it,
you got.
bro.
I hope you got that deodorant on.
Yeah.
How do you stay focused when people attack your name, your intentions, and your leadership? Let me know.
I get mad.
Wait,
I get
wait.
mad.
Describe what you mean by you get mad, please. Unpack that
I
as
I get
it's may.
I get mad. Number one, it's number. I get mad the regular way. It angers me, but I get mad. I make a decision. I made a decision. It anchors me back to like, no, you're not gonna distract me. You're not gonna talk bad about me. The hard work that I put in. You talking to me? You know what I'm saying? I know the hours, the late nights, the sacrifice that I put in. You talking about? I'm first of all, I know I'm not perfect, but you talking to me? No way, no way. And you're questioning my name. You're questioning my intentions. You're questioning my leadership. You're talking to the wrong person. You are confused. That's what I said. You are confused. You are confused. I may not be perfect. I might make a mistake, but my intentions, nah, never that. So I get mad and I refocus, and I stand up for myself. You have to stand up for yourself. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I'm not gonna be disrespected. That's not
Mm.
gonna happen. No way.
Well,
So
I've I've learned one thing. It's funny you say that. You cannot build a massive future or a massive business just being stuck on your emotions, though, constantly defending yourself. So at some point, you do have to get mad and just make a decision. Would you
yeah,
agree with?
yes, because some people don't care what your intentions are. They're gonna think what they're gonna think. That's why I said earlier when it comes to entrepreneurship, and I say this all the time. People's perception of you is their reality of you. People, no matter what you do, they're gonna think whatever they want to think about you. So once you understand that, you at some point in time you have to stop caring about what people think about you. It doesn't matter what you do. You could climb a mountain. You could give them the world. They're still gonna think about you the same way. It's not. So you have to just like whatever. Think what you want to think. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what I do. the best way that I can, with the best integrity, the best character. I know I'm not perfect, but don't ever talk bad about my name, my intention, my leadership. You crazy. You are confused.
Mm, mm. This will probably be your last one, your last question. Maybe I got some
Yeah,
extra ones.
yeah. Cause I'm
Oh,
on edge right now.
okay. He's on edge now. He's ready. Okay, he got ready. Can haters actually become fuel? If so, how do you use pain without becoming bitter? This fine
So
line.
I learned this. I learned this at Atlanta, Georgia, last year at the CEO Life Mastermind. There was a guy named Mark Tirolia who had a presentation about Tom Brady, and I was like, wow, this is good. Where you have to pick an enemy, and that enemy actually helps you focus on your goals. Some people think that hate can be a distraction. It actually can be used to help you focus, because now you know people are watching you and they're waiting for you to mess up. They're waiting for you to slip up. So you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use this to keep myself on my P's and Q's. I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna show this person. Oh yeah, make a list of enemies. Anyone that talked bad about you, anyone that made fun about your business and about what you do, anyone that did anything that that would be just unreasonable. They're on a list. I have people on my list. I made a list of who my enemies are, and I use them to help me focus. I don't get bitter, but I use them to help me focus, because I'm like, what if such and such saw me not making calls today? Oh no, I gotta make some calls today. Oh no, I gotta get this. I gotta do this. So I use it as fuel, and you should use it as fuel. Any person that talks bad about you, and you're doing your best to succeed, you put them on the enemy list. It could be your best friend. It could be put them on the enemy list, because there's a level of doubt that they have about you and what you're doing, that you need to say, you know what, I'm gonna show you. And you don't do it to show them. You just do it as fuel for yourself. Yeah.
Mm. Well, Ezra, I want to thank you for your time, man. You really dropped some jewels. People are listening. Listen. I want you. This is the time of the show. Before I do my closing remarks, I love to do shameless plugs. Let people know how they can find you, what they can see about you. You're so intriguing, captivating. I watch you on social media. Let them know how can they get in touch with Mr. Ezra Javale.
Yes. So you see my name on the screen, Ezra EZRA, last name, on social media. And if you need to reach me for any business advice or for services, 305-905-8546. You can call or text me, and I will get with you. So there
Don't
you
you
go.
mentor as well? You do mentorship, right?
Yes, I mentor as well. Other entrepreneurs that want to build a business, that want to have ownership, I mentor them as well and show them how to go about doing that, in this economy, in this world. You see what's going on. There's people that are getting let go. There's businesses that are shutting down, and people are going unemployed. So they need an opportunity for themselves, and entrepreneurship is the way.
Is there anywhere, are you doing any events that somebody can come and catch you and see you in person and be graced by your presence?
Yes, actually, I will be at the Little Haiti Cultural Center this Sunday. If you are in Miami, Florida, I will be at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. We'll have a table with CEO Life at the Haitian Flag Day celebration food festival.
I
So
said.
yes, like I said, and let's come eat some food, man.
All right. Well, Ezra, I want to thank you. I'm just gonna, and feel free to jump in. I got a few a closing remark here. We talked a lot about haters, it being
Yes.
about haters today, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know. While this conversation was going on and people were chiming in, feel free, guys, to keep putting on questions. We're not done yet. I'm just doing my closing remarks here, but I feel it was more about growth. To me, growth changes relationship. Growth changes conversation because even growth changes your environments. And sometimes growth reveals who is truly with you, where the haters are. That's when you lift the rocks and you see all the worms and the insects. That's all that comes through growth. But hear me clearly tonight. Nobody throws rocks on something that's standing still. I think it was one of our business partners that says nobody throws rocks at dead birds or something like that.
Yes.
Woo, man.
Yes.
Remember, if they're throwing rocks at you, it's because you're moving, you're making movement, you're creating something. And I want people to not take it as a negative thing when they got haters. See, the moment you decide to elevate, the moment you become disciplined, focused, and intentional, you will make people feel uncomfortable. It's just what people do. But because your growth becomes a mirror, and that mirror forces people to look at themselves, and it forces them to confront the excuses, their own fears, their own lack of action, their dreams just become abandoned. So I was thinking about that as I was writing this down. I was like, oh my God, he is dropping some jewels. People are just abandoning their dream because you are killing their dream for them. I see you were about to say something. Say, guy, what do you think about that?
No. Yeah. Listen, when you're going after it, prepare for resistance. When you're going after greatness, prepare for it. You will have resistance. You will have people that will say, "You can't do that." Oh, look at you. Because they don't feel that they can do it. So why would they even think you could do it?
Now, you
It's
know
a
what? Advice. You're dropping
yes.
it.
It's a reflection of them. It's not a reflection of you. They don't know what's in you. Only you, not even you know it. Only God knows what's in you. They don't know what's in you. They don't know your capacity. They don't know what your ceiling is. So go for it. If you have a passion for something, go for it. Put your all into it. Don't let someone stop you or slow you down. You know, you have to continue to fight your fight no matter what. You have to have your blinders on, earplugs, whatever. Oh, how much time we got? Yeah,
We got time. Don't worry.
okay. One of my favorite stories is the story of Fred the Frog, right? Fred the Frog. Fred the Frog. Let me tell you, Fred the Frog. There was a village of frogs, right? And they started having an argument about who was the fastest frog. This frog said I'm the fastest. That frog said I'm the fastest. They said, you know what? We're gonna end this speculation, this argument. Tomorrow we're gonna have a frog race to see who can race to the top of the mountain the fastest. All right. So the next morning, everybody in the frog village came into town and they're getting ready to start this race or whatever. Everybody's stretching and everything like that, like frogs do. But so now they're like, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go, boom. So all the frogs are hopping, racing up to the top of the mountain. And there are people that are saying, man, it's too, the mountain is too high. The mountain is too high. They're not gonna make it. They're not gonna make it, right? And some frogs started to fall off. They started to fall off. And then the other frogs continued on. They continued on, and they said, "Man, it's too hot. Man, it's too hot. I don't think they're gonna make it. They're gonna burn up. They're gonna burn up. They're not gonna make it." And some more frogs started to fall off. Frogs started to fall off. They're like, "Oh man, this is too long. They're not gonna make it. They don't have the stamina." And almost all the frogs started to fall off, and except one frog, Fred the Frog. Fred the Frog started to continue hopping, continue hopping. And they're like, whoa, Fred the Frog is still hopping to get to the top of the mountain. They're like, man, it's too hot. It's too far. It's too hot. It's too tough. It's too high. And then, wouldn't you know, Fred the Frog made it to the top of the mountain. Everybody celebrated. Woo, yeah, yeah. Oh my, he made it, he made it, he made it. Right. And then, when you win a championship, or whatever case may be, you have the announcer that does the post-game interview. Fred the Frog, man, you made it to the top of the mountain. Man, can you tell us what did you do to help you be successful? And Fred the Frog is like, looking like confused, and everybody's like, okay, why he's not answering the question? That Fred the Frog, they said that it was too hot. They said it was too high. They said it was too long for any frog to get to the top of the mountain, but you were able to make it. You know, like what was your mindset to get you to the top of the mountain? And Fred the Frog was like, and wouldn't you know it, they realized Fred the Frog was deaf.
Wow. He
He
didn't.
couldn't hear the negativity that when they said it was too high. He couldn't hear the negativity when they said it was too hot. He couldn't hear the negativity when they said it was too long. And because of that, he was focused on his goal to get to the top of the mountain. So the gem that I want to give to you, anyone, I don't know why I still got this as a mic. So the gem I want to give to everyone is sometimes you have to ignore negativity. You have to block it out. You have to make a decision of what you're going to let in your ears. What we say, take the meat, spit out the bones. You have to, okay, is this going to help me get to the top of the mountain, or is this going to distract me and fall off the mountain?
Or is it an anchor?
There you go. That's one of my favorite stories, man. So it's like you gotta watch out who you listen to, you know, because what comes into your ear goes into your mind, man, and it affects you tremendously.
Man, you just dropping jewels. I hope everybody, you know what? I need to watch that on playback. Let me give you guys my final thoughts. So stop shrinking yourself to make insecure people comfortable. Stop apologizing for your ambition. Stop lowering your standards to fit into rooms you already outgrown. Average people don't get criticized for dreaming big. Leaders do, builders do, difference makers do, and people are always going to talk. That's just what it is. That means movement is happening when that happens. I want you guys to think about this when you think about a hater. Ready? When you think about a hater, hold on to your vision. Stay locked in your purpose. Accept the pressure. Growth attracts resistance. You heard it from Ezra. Turn pain into power. Use betrayal as fuel. Elevate beyond emotions. And every attack deserves your, not every attack deserves your energy. R, just remain relentless because success is the loudest response. Remember this, people will always talk whether you win or lose. So you might as well win. Woo! You know what? I'm there for you. I'm going to put this here for you so you guys got it and you can write it down. Bring it back, come rewind.
Bring it back, come rewind.
I want you guys to think about that when you think about your haters, okay? That is going to be my message of the day. H, hold your vision. Stay locked in. A, accept the pressure. Growth attracts resistance. T, turn pain into power. Okay. E, elevate beyond your emotions. Okay. Not every attack deserves your energy. And R, remain relentless. I want to thank Mr. Ezra Javale for coming on and gracing the stage to talk about haters today. I know it was an enjoyable one. We had a great time talking about it. And you know what? You faced it. Nobody was you didn't hurt nobody's feelings. You just kept it real, kept it true, guys. You could have been anywhere in the world today, but you were here with me, and I appreciate it. It's been an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege. So until next time, be blessed, guys. Woo! This is